Hello everyone, we are continuing on with the peace conference preparation. We found Honoroi out on the airship landing. Here we go.
Honoroi!
Oh, it's Feist.
No, no! What have they done to you? Honoroi! Honoroi!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Oh, gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Honoroi?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Chirurgeon without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Well, Thancred gave Emmenallain a nice swift punch to the face.
Yeah, I like how your character is close to doing it, and then Thancred stops you. I really wanted our character to do that, though.
Yeah, that's one of the issues I have with FF14 is your character doesn't get to do anything in the cutscenes, and I wish they would change that because 1.0 they did do stuff.
It's like, if you had punched, Thancred wouldn't get punched.
I may have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand your desire to look for reasons, for excuses, to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is naught to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this. But he... Choices. Thancred has lost all patience with Lord Emmenallain. I have no desire to wait for the Lordling to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in Ishgard. Alright, so what is our requirement here? We have to go speak with Emmenallain. In Foundation. My cat is laying on the footstool, and I have my leg along the left side of the footstool, right side of the footstool, sorry, my right leg. And she has her back leg, like, stretched out, using my leg as a lift for her leg. For Malbear. Alright. Talk to... You are expected, miss. Pray proceed. Yes, someone needed to smack some sense into him. Exactly, Helldog. Count Edmund de Forton. We received troubling reports from Falcon's Nest. What befell you there? I wonder if this is voiced. Nope. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Miro. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame. Of course, such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away. Is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmund, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. To hold on to the past without being beholden to it, aye, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorifying in their excess. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur other disillusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. A clear, unambiguous enemy, and an undeniable righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies though they were, they did long serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve us well, I fear. Yet, we are not without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our beleaguered spirits. Better still, an occasion for the Temple Knights to watch and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against the coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard, in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment, a victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration to all and sundry that we are as strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, it is true. But if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the cream of three nations might be presented as a triumph. Very well, you may count on my support, for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emmenallain take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought shame upon Ishgard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose. Miro, would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Should you chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough, making every effort to avoid me. We're planning a grand melee. So that is the solution. A grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair, I wonder? You, whom they have taken into their confidence, upon whom they have so heavily to rely. And will you oblige them when the proposition is made? Will you stand for Ishgard once more? Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it would be a shame not to see it through to the bitter end. So for this grand melee of his, Sir Aymeric wishes to field a force comprising both his Temple Knights and Hilda's Watch, yes? I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Alright, we're gonna speak with Lucia. Alright, Windrig.
Well met, Miro. Have you spoken with Sir Aymeric? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Aymeric would turn these exercises into a spectacle for the masses. It is not that I doubt the efficacy of such a plan. Indeed, I knew its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith. As for the watch... Did he now? How considerate of Master Thanker to seek out our young watch commander of his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this list of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most dispensable.
Alright, let's go talk to Hilda. Maybe it should be faster to go down here. I thought you had something to discuss with the first commander. Here's Hilda.
Thanker's been telling me all about Sir Aymeric's grand soiree. Seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing. 'Cause we ain't dressed to dance with professional bleeding soldiers.
Letter to Hilda. Correspondence from Lucia, addressed to Hilda.
Well, well. Seems the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though. She's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh?
I hate to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found in his father's loving embrace, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search Foundation and you the pillars. What? Why do you get to search Foundation? What if I wanted to search Foundation? What then, Thancred? Alright, so we are going to go to the pillars. That is... let's just go to the last vigil. Okay. I was right to think I should have gone to the Jeweled Crozier.
That's where I am.
No, you're not.
Yeah, huh?
No.
I'm by the market board. No.
Piamet just died.
No.
Alright, Emmenallain, what do you have to say? I carried on Aurora to the manor. Our best Jerusians are tending him as we speak. He is yet to awake. But surely he will. So father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs? My beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just... Oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the woman you want to be. Whereas I am a son of House Fortoms, don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could do and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the old order began to crumble, now we wander amidst the rubble, searching for a purpose, for a place. All around me, brave men and women arise to the occasion. With faith and conviction, they dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I had convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Envoy, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame. But in the end, there was only me. Only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is what brought me to this point. I will go to Ser Emmerich, and I will make my own decision. Funny thing is, Emmenallain, that's what Emmerich said for you to do. He said it was his choice. Alright. I'll pack him it. You just wish your weapon was as cool as my fist weapons that are incomplete. Speaking of which, check this out, everyone. My weapon. Oh, it's a Zodiac glass? Get out of here, I don't want you. That's what anima glass. Look at that. 102 out of 240. I am almost half done this step. This one takes a long time to do. Mostly because I'm not doing a lot to get Umbrate. Anyway. Off to... the Forgotten Knight. Okay. I just saw someone wearing the Plague Doctor's mask. The Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what matter demands his personal attention? I see. Very well. You may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may,
His voice.
I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Emmenallain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Emmenallain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the grand melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You'll take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more. An adventurer beholden to none who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Alright, reset the cutscene here.